My name is James Williams Jr., and this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. If you are under 18, please cut off this video right now. Alright? Might want to go and watch those little Spider-Man and Elsa videos, because that would probably be more your speed. The things that I'm about to talk to you about now is completely for adults only. It's adult content. It deals with racism, humanity, and all out adult stuff that I really don't want kids to hear or come out of my mouth. Alright, so if you're a kid, I thank you for your support, but this is the video that you are not allowed to watch before you're 18. Alright? And if you're kidding to me and you happen to be the 3 little kids that I know very well down in Richmond, turn off the damn video. Because when your mom gets free, she's going to beat the living hell out of me, and then she'll beat the hell out of you. Alright, so here we go. Again, if you're not 18, there will be harsh language. Don't worry, there won't be any nudity. I'm not going to get naked because I don't know who's watching these things. But, for the supporters, first, thank you guys. I might lose your support with this video, so I'm just giving you fair warning that a lot of things I have to say dabble in racism and humanity. And this basically is about the fall of humanity, because we have fallen. We have fallen so far from grace since the dawn of Jesus that it's not even funny. Every time we turn around, as of lately, we come on the news, and today a lawyer, of all people, has shot up some people. And they said a guy over the weekend shot up some people. And the gun violence and everything, this video definitely is not for children. Because I'm going to voice my opinion. And it's a strong opinion. And I am a cusser by nature, not nurture. So I really don't want kids to learn new cuss words from me. And I would prefer, if you are a child under the age of 18, please leave the room now. Or get off the video. Or change it to something else. Go watch some of my Kung Fu stuff. Even though that probably has cussing in it too. To all the adults in the room, in the world, in general, please hear what I have to say. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to respect me, but at least respect the thought behind what I'm trying to say. Human beings have a problem. Alright? Seriously, honestly, truly to God, human beings have a fucking problem. It's not just about race in general, but it's about respect and communication, and no one is really trying to acknowledge this, and manners, this fucking problem. No one. No one's trying to acknowledge this shit. No one at all. I can take my bow and arrow and go and practice, but someone's going to take that as, oh, I'm the next guy that's going to flip out and go kill people. No. I use it for archery purposes only. Humans, we're a funny bunch. And yes, that was Tang. Tang. We try to set examples so that when we teach our kids to love their fellow man, and it's a two-sided coin. Because when we go to school, up until you get into history, kids don't know how bad things were for our grandparents' grandparents. They don't know. And the first thing we do is wind up turning friends into foes because we teach them this shit. I lost a lot of white friends during Black History Month. And it seemed like every year through grade school and high school, it only got worse. Now, I don't know if it was because of fear of us, people of color, or it was just because they may go home and have to deal with racism being taught to them at home. But whatever the deal is, it starts with the adults. I cuss a lot because I was allowed to cuss as a child. In fact, some of my ancestors actually participated in teaching me how to cuss. I wish I'd never heard a fucking cuss word a day in my fucking life, because then I wouldn't cuss that much, or if at all. I work on my mouth constantly, and since I'm always mad, it's kind of a tight thing to do when I can't focus. and say what I want to say without swearing. That's a really hard thing. It's not as hard as keeping my hands to myself, but it's a really hard thing because humanity, we adults are setting the bar way too low. I'm 43 years old. You know, the bar is set so low that even to me, my cussing has become acceptable. And it's not. It's completely unacceptable. I have learned so many things in my 43 years of life, and I have learned that I still have a lot more to learn. And that's where we tend to have an issue with humanity. No one thinks that they have more to learn. And if you're not learning, you're not living. But no one thinks that they don't have more to learn. There's always more to learn. There is always something that you can learn, and there is always something that you are going to need to know. Well, humanity has fallen. It has fallen a long, 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 long time ago. Not because of the civil rights movement, not because of women's lives, but for the simple fact that some people on the planet just think that they're better than everyone else. And no, that is not a stab at white people, because there are black people who think they're better than everyone else too. And some Asians. So where do we stop it? We stop it within ourselves first. You can't call yourself human and not do humane stuff. If you're not teaching the youth how to be humane, then you're not being human. If you're not looking out for your fellow man, I'm not saying you got to give them your last dollar or the shirt off your back. Some people will do that willingly. Some of us will not. That's just a fact of life. Not everyone can afford to give you the shirt off their back if they don't have a shirt to go home and get. Then you have to accept that. You can't get mad at them. You know, people are going to live their life the way they want to live it. And there's not much more you can really do about it. But when it comes to humanity, there is none. At this moment, in this day, if you turn on the news somewhere at some point in some time, you're going to hear about a tragedy. Some of us are going to feel emotional about it. Some of us aren't going to give a damn. Those are the ones you need to worry about. The people who don't give a damn. I just learned about the lawyer, shooting up people. I don't know why he did it. I believe he was killed. And the people who were victims of this, you can't help but feel for them and their family. Especially when you don't even know why the lawyer went the fuck off. Now, I don't want to play devil's advocate and support the lawyer. But I'm going to tell you something. In life, there has not been a day or a time or a person who has not wanted to severely fuck somebody up for something that they did to them, something they was planning on doing to them, or something that they thought they were going to do to them because they were going to be on that I'm going to get you before you get me thing. And so until we own our shit, we're going to always have issues. Period. There's no way around it. We're not going to never not have issues unless some aliens from outer space come down and attack us, and then we're all going to realize, oh, hey, we're all human. Well, here's the thing. We already know we're all human. But you need to have humanity take a big right slap to the face, like paintbrush style, so that we can all get a grip on what the hell we're doing wrong. So that we can stop teaching our youth to be like us. We want them to be better. We want them to not be racist. We want them to achieve higher goals. We want them to reach out to the stars and save us. We don't want them to be insane, crazy, going to school, killing each other, bullying. No one's kid is a saint. Not yours. I don't have any kids, but when I have them, not mine. And we need to all grow the fuck up. I said it. We all need to grow the fuck up. Just because you're grown don't mean you're grown. You can still grow spiritually and mentally, and definitely educationally, if you try. No one wants to understand other people's cultures. No one wants to step in and walk a mile in their shoes. No one wants to do that. I have not been discovered. I'm never probably going to be discovered. I have 12 followers, in which I thank all 12 of you very much. And if I'm one short and there's 13 followers, because I follow myself, which would probably make the 13th guy, thank you guys, man. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. But when you get off this damn thing, I want you to think deep thoughts about the stuff that I'm saying. You know, when you were a kid, or if you're still a kid, how were you disciplined? How will you discipline your kids? What does your future hold if you don't have hope for the future? What will you do to straighten out your life? What will you do to straighten out someone else's life? Because if we don't help our fellow man, we're not doing anything for anyone at any time for anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that you do. I'm James Williams Jr., and this is Comfort Habit number 2. I'm not going to make a second video of this, but I want you guys to know, we're all we've got in this world. That works for you and your family. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. Be seeing you.